What it do, YouTube family? It's your boy Work Machine Zo, Max Zodi Machine Zo, and we coming back with another motherfucking react. This time we is reacting to the FD Finance, the US of A lottery. Why do so many winners end up losing all their money? So goddamn, we gonna see why, what's happening, how they living, what they spending on. We gonna tap into the life of a lottery winner who went from rags to riches, zero to Emilio. So this is FD Finance. If you wanna watch this video yourself, you know what I'm saying, look up them. I am the chill life of Zoe. And let's subscribe to me if you want to see me, you know what I'm saying, act crazy on the video. Until then, let's tap in, bro. Like, let's go.
A green paradise 2 hours from the skyscrapers of Manhattan.
Okay,
Welcome
we in New
to
York
Long
City.
Island, a haunt of billionaires. This fantastic property belongs to a family that didn't always drive luxury cars.
Corvette,
At the wheel of their Corvette, here are the Morrisons, a couple who won a fortune in the lottery.
What y'all think, man? If y'all hitting the lottery, what y'all doing with it? Yeah, we cashing out. We going stupid. You only live once. YOLO the motto. You feel what I'm saying? Or we being smart? We hiring financial advisors. We goddamn investing. We making businesses. What we doing with the money? Let me know.
Hi, welcome to the Morrison home, and we won $165 million.
Woo! Not thousand. Million. Boy, they look like they about 60 something.
Richard and Mary Morrison, aged 65, hit
Ooh,
the jackpot
right.
in 2009. With their lottery money, they bought the house of their
They going on 20 years. I know they about broke. They got their house big to the motherfucker, boy.
dreams. A gigantic mansion that cost them $4 million.
Not too many people have a home like this.
So they got 165. They down to 161, and they no telling how much they got taxed. Shit. Rock out. That's a decent house, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't need all that house, bro.
And obviously,
Four
without
bedroom
winning
me,
the lottery,
five bedroom
I
me.
couldn't afford a bathroom here.
Damn.
The Morrisons are from a working class background.
The woman drip on some dealer shit. He on some like coaching drip. They ain't spending their money too wisely on clothes for sure.
Only 7 years ago, they were still social
Folks still got the same outfit on.
workers. They brought up their
Hold on, time out. Nigga, why you got a white beard right here in this pic? What the fuck?
children in modest conditions. Their life of hard work is now a thing of the past. Since the
Woo! Big zeros on the motherfucking check. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, showing your face, she don't even look happy for real. Motherfucker behind him look surprised. He look happy. State of New York, 165 million. I ain't gonna lie, she ready to go fuck the check. Shit, the root of all evil, goddamn. Just handing out to people.
day when they won $165 million in the lottery.
Shit, like Grand Theft Auto number.
Today, this is their new home.
Ah! That motherfucker there damn near cost some thousands, for sure, a lot of thousands. That motherfucker got real diamonds in it.
And the least you can say is that this sprightly couple in their 60s have learned to enjoy luxury and excess.
Ain't no man, grandma, grandpa house bussin'. But it's too like, you know what I'm saying, like too mansioned out. Like they ain't really, can't have no fun in that whole look.
Richard and Mary live alone in this 1,500 square meter palace
You break something, that shit costs.
that has 2 swimming pools, 8 bathrooms, and 17 bedrooms.
Grandma, grandpa, why the fuck you need 17 bedrooms, bro? Y'all Airbnb-ing that bitch out? Like, come on now. What is we doing? Old ass bed.
And this is the master bedroom.
They living crazy. Fireplace.
The couple have
Okay.
been billing and cooing here for 7 years now.
The boom boom room.
Quite a change for Mary and Richard,
TV on
who
the
for
wall,
years were used to
couch,
small spaces
fireplace.
and making ends meet.
rich nigga painting on the wall.
Before, we had a room like this. Now we have a room like this.
Okay.
We expanded.
With their new fortune, the Morrisons were able to decorate their bedroom as they'd always dreamed of doing.
This y'all dreams?
American-style luxury for them is first and foremost flamboyant.
This is marble, and this is a precious
Bitch, you could have got a normal bed. Sorry, Grandma, but damn.
wood. I fell in love with it. First piece we bought
That ain't what you sleep on,
with our
shorty.
lottery money.
In the home of these
They
lottery
better get ready to sell that motherfucker. Ooh, we bathroom on fleek.
winners, the marble stretches all the way to the bathroom. A room
Gotta hire some maids, bruh, cause I know Grandma might be cleaning that motherfucker, but Grandpa, me, I ain't. You feel me? It's too much.
demonstrates in the tiniest detail the whole extent of their nouveau riche lifestyle.
Yeah, that
It's
shit
24
cost.
karat gold plated.
She gonna have to uninstall that motherfucker, sell it, melt that motherfucker down, put that bitch on a chain, something. But goddamn, you just wasting money. Put a normal faucet in that
And
bitch.
right next to the bathroom, Mary has built her favorite part of the house.
This is my closet. I share it with my husband.
Dealers.com.
And this is my side. How many clothes?
Bussin'.
Thousands.
But what she loves
Just
most
buying
are
shit.
shoes.
Just buying
Mary
shit.
owns 300 pairs.
No drip in the sneakers. I get the heel game, but where the drip at in the sneakers? Where the LV?
This is one of my favorite
What a
shoes.
Lindsay.
Sparkly.
Prada.
It's pretty. It changes from gold to silver. Like a princess shoe.
Oh yeah, she was living in the 60s watching cartoons, cause that shoe was weak. What can you talk about? Rich nigga dog, bro. Get your shoes on in the bathroom. You know they was cold.
Mary can at last live like a princess thanks to lottery money.
Princess?
Bruh.
She like the princess that like the nigga that didn't want to marry Fiona.
It's a game that every year changes the lives of thousands of players in America.
When I think of a rich white lady, this is definitely what I picture.
In the USA, the
crazy.
lottery is a national
Do my followers, do my family here, YouTube, do we play the lotto? Do we be on that? Cause I low key don't, and I kind of be heated at motherfuckers who be holding up the line, punching numbers or whatever the case is. But if you do salute, bro, you might hit the millions one day if you really feel like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Americans have the biggest lottery in the world, Powerball.
Across the country, it's
Motherfucking
America's
Powerball.
favorite jackpot game. Get ready, everybody. This is Powerball.
Last year, the game
That's
even
like
hit the
some
front
crack
pages
shit.
of the papers with the biggest jackpot in the history of the lottery.
Tonight's
Nigga get knocked off. Goddamn.
jackpot is approaching $1.6 billion.
This shit gotta be a scam, bruh. I wouldn't even want that type of money, bruh. Now you got, in real, you got some other type of problems that you never ever thought it would have existed.
$1.6 billion.
Look at that rich white
Sums
lady.
of money that amaze and captivate the country during
Rich
those
white
American-style TV shows.
They spent about a good 100,000 to get that. I mean, not get it. Don't get me wrong. That is a lot of motherfucking money, but to spend 100,000 to get it, sheesh. I doubt they spent 100,000 to get it. Ain't no telling, but shit, ain't no telling, bro. I don't know how you do this. I'm cool. 2014, my boy had them millions for a damn 10 years. I bet he down to at least about 50K. Nah, I don't know, bro. But that's a lot of money right there, boy. That's
Here, the
real
winners
rap.
don't hide away. They come and get their check in front of the cameras.
I mean, you always do think about what you're gonna do, but when it happened, it's like it all went out of my head, you know.
White hair lady.
We met several of the big winners. Ordinary
Okay.
Americans who've become immensely rich overnight, like Richard and Mary Morrison.
He is a coach. or something.
Sheridan and Billy won $9 million just a year ago.
Whoa. 9 million.
Ever since, the couple have discovered the pleasure of spending without any limits.
Today is a great day for buying.
Boy, that nigga outfit wicked. That boy like he about to start rapping about pyramids, boy. What the hell? Goddamn, about to read you a poem right now.
Expensive new car.
Dennis the biker became a multimillionaire and used the money to buy his freedom.
Boy, that boy getting it.
Winning the lottery gave me a lot of freedom.
Oh, bro.
And I get that same feeling when I'm riding my bike.
Ooh, shit.
With
Dennis might be the one you wanna be.
girls and crazy
Oh!
parties, Dennis enjoys absolute happiness thanks to his $30 million.
30 bill, 30 M's. Oh yeah, take this hundo, shorty. He having his way. You know what that Honda do?
But in the land of the greenback, defenders of Christian values do not accept the lottery as a religion.
Damn.
They've even had it banned in some states like Alabama.
Gambling,
Damn.
once you let it come in, it's just going to keep expanding. And so when it does, you're going to see devastation. You're going to see families that are destroyed, lives that are destroyed.
Hey man.
Do the
Well,
winners'
preaching the
lives become
gambling
like
gospel.
fairy tales? How has the money changed their lives? Can they lose everything? Should these lotteries that make Americans crazy be banned? We investigate a game that unleashes the passions. Back to Long Island and the Morrisons. The lucky couple who bagged $165 million. Mary, along with two of her daughters,
Definitely investing in the game.
grandson, and a glass of champagne, goes off to indulge in her favorite
That's drinking and driving, ain't it? Huh? Ain't that DWI? The fuck?
time.
Okay, the limo's over here, right? Let's go, girls. We're going shopping. All right.
Oh, they
This
getting the show
multi-millionaire's
hard.
hobby is to go shopping.
Like some rich bitches. Not even in the Maybach. A motherfucking limousine, but you know what I'm saying? Got budget, gotta keep that budget on the screen.
In a stretch limo. It's a rather chic way of getting
Stretch limo, but they got two whips because they want to drink. Salute, spin that racks.
around,
How you
but
spend
above
it?
all, it's very practical.
I don't like to drive.
Okay.
And if I could drink and not worry about where I'm going or have him transport me, it's a luxury that I like.
Grandma loose. You hop at grandma, goddamn, see her on sight, goddamn. If you into them cougars, boy, she easy.
Ever since she walked off with the jackpot, every day is like a party for Mary. Even spending her dollars is like a game for her.
If she offered you $1 million, you busting that old 60-year-old open? Y'all let me know.
Mommy, what are you gonna get today?
I ain't gonna lie, daughter on some shit, boy. Daughter for real, certified THOT. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Daughter getting straight down like lightning.
Get whatever I
She
want.
ready to go, too. Look at that look.
Today, Mary's going to buy herself some jewelry.
Come on. Let's go.
She has already spent $400,000
What the fuck, Grandma? I'm staying home. I don't watch you buy bullshit. This is an old lady store.
of her lottery money on precious stones. Today, she's interested in a bracelet.
Finessing. They can't stop finessing.
Oh, I like this. I like this.
Isn't it beautiful? Damn. She could probably got a degree just to say that shit, bro. That shit ain't nothing.
18-karat topaz and sapphire.
Easy to be a
Okay,
salesperson.
you know what? You got it. I'll buy this. This is good. I got it.
Do you look at the price?
Or was
No.
it the metal? 'Cause the air.
I don't have to. I'm sorry.
A rich nigga talk. You talking to a rich bitch.
2,890.
Nails on fleek.
It's okay for you?
She just ugly and old. I ain't gonna lie. Goddamn, you cut the head off. You just take that head away. You might be working with something. She might get pop the teeth out. We might be working with something. I'm nutting on the vajayjay. You feel what I'm saying? We cool on that. You can keep that to yourself, Grandma. But the rackies and that mouth, I don't know. We might can reason.
It's good for me.
Mary doesn't worry about the price because she knows very well that the jewels in this shop are affordable. She keeps strictly to a shopping budget each month. $25,000. That seems little enough for a multimillionaire. but it's a necessary safety barrier to stop
25 racks. I mean, I get it. That shit, it might be light, goddamn, to a normal person. I don't know.
losing everything.
I just bought everything. You
I
go
don't
nuts. You go nuts. I just bought. I
Hey, yo.
chopped. I did this. And then after a while, you settle in and you say, okay, what do I really like? What do I need? And you go from there.
You need a
And I
nigga
really
like
need
me.
this.
How can she hang on to their fortune? That's the question all lotteries ask.
Give
Mary
it to
is
me.
advised by Michael
I invest it for you. You feel me?
Solomon.
Hey, gang.
How are ya? What's up?
Hey, gang. This is a appointed lawyer.
A lawyer specializing in the protection of great financial assets.
Oh, he on that
Story after
payroll.
story after
Good.
story about people who've won the lottery. And unfortunately, by virtue of ill-advisement or just no control over finances, people who've won substantial amounts of money, as you know, end up with nothing at the end.
Michael is the right man for good advice.
Okay.
Mary wants to move house. Their mansion has become too big for her and Richard.
Been too big for
Their
you.
6 children have left home.
I think I have one more.
The lawyer guides her in her investment. He has picked out houses that are affordable.
Bitch, she could have did this herself, but I get it. She live a rich bitch life. She always drunk. Might as well go ahead and hire a nigga. This nigga goddamn got hearing aids, and boy, he money so goddamn old, he can't even hear the shit.
Your opinion, what you think about them?
5 bedrooms. That's nice, but it doesn't have a view of the water.
Michael will make sure that Mary doesn't waste her millions, especially as she has already paid over half her fortune in taxes.
View of the water. Bitch, you got a view of the water right now.
In the USA, the government takes 50% of lottery wins, and jackpots also attract the jealousy of the...
So 165. Ooh, she down to about like 83, 84. 84 million. That's still decent to buy a little 4 million joint. But she probably need to numb it down to like a 2 million joint if she trying to move houses. Maybe even a milli, bro. It's just her and her husband. I don't know.
There's friends and relations.
When you win money, people around you, your friends,
1 mil
your
on
family,
the crib. Boy, them ears, boy, you could hear me talking fuck, nigga. And I don't know, we far away, but damn. Them ears is crazy.
there's an expectation by some of them. So without people guiding you and giving you the knowledge and the fortitude to deal with everybody around you, mistakes are going to be made.
That watch look
Thanks
cheap
to her
as hell.
lawyer's advice, Mary hasn't lost any of her gold mine in 7 years.
Okay, she got the gold on deck.
An example for anyone who's just won the lottery and who've lost their head where money's concerned.
Okay, where we going?
We're now going 6,000 kilometers south of
New York
Long Island.
to the Florida boy.
We're in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
This house belongs to a
Murder cap.
lottery winner. 200 square meters built on a private estate.
This shit decent.
Billy, 51, hit the jackpot just a year ago. $9 million.
Ooh, good enough for me.
A colossal amount that transformed the lives of Billy and the love of his life, Kirtan.
You are taking food off.
Love who you love. My boy happy, rich nigga laughing. Yes, sir. Got him one. Do your thing.
Billy bought himself a luxury house only 6 months ago.
Damn.
Wow, what a beautiful view. This is a big change from where we used to have to look out.
And the change includes some brand new pleasures for this couple, like drinking champagne at breakfast.
Well, let's have a toast
What the fuck?
to our fantastic
Niggas ain't gonna eat. They just gonna drink.
life. And realize how blessed we are to live this life that we live now.
I definitely agree.
Okay,
You have a dreaming life now.
I have a life that I would have never believed that I would have ever had.
It's just been a dream come true.
A fairy tale for our turtle doves. Their relationship began 3 years before Billy won the lottery.
shout out to y'all.
At the time, he was a real estate agent,
Paul Blart looking at
and
me.
Kirtan sold mobile phones.
Prison looking at me.
Even though they weren't poor, they couldn't afford to lead the life they'd always dreamed of.
Nigga, a phone salesman?
Before, I worked in minimum wage jobs, and so I just had week to week enough to pay my bills.
Damn.
I never had enough money to do anything extra like vacations, and I never had enough money to actually go and buy fancy cars.
Thanks to their money that fell from the sky, the lovers have been able to buy these 2 big SUVs, and they've just invested in a new hot rod.
This is her new Mercedes.
Invested.
This is a
Any car is a depreciation. What the fuck they mean invest? Unless you renting them bitches out, bruh. Invested in a hot rod, they just spent money.
present that cost over $60,000. And Billy hopes that it will give his mother a nice surprise.
I agree.
Hey, yo!
Literally fall on the floor.
I think so too.
Billy has asked his mother Linda and his sister to come and see him. She has no idea why.
Come in.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I haven't seen you since Miami. This
What is that, Billy?
is the key to your new Mercedes.
Oh, no! I love it!
Shout out
Come
to
sit
him.
in.
I mean, you gotta take care of moms, I guess.
Beautiful!
Billy has hit the bullseye with this latest model.
Billy, thank you so much. Let me give you a hug. Thank you so much. You're so pretty. Oh, my goodness, look at this.
Shout out to Billy.
Billy's greatest pleasure is making his family
That
happy.
is his sister.
Here's to Mom's brand new Mercedes,
took down.
and here's to the wonderful, wonderful life that we now.
They living rich nigga shit for real. That boy got cheeses and grapes and shit. Boy, what type of time is you on?
Thanks to the Florida Lottery.
Hey!
I say, hey, boy, benefiting every little bit off of it. Ain't do nothing. Cheesing like a
Tonight,
motherfucker.
to celebrate the first anniversary of his joining the ranks of the millionaires, Billy has invited his mother and his nephews to dine in one of his new favorite places. One of the best restaurants in Jacksonville.
That nigga hit Google for that shit. Boy, talking about one of his favorite places.
Specializing in
Fuck outta
very high quality meat. It costs at least $200 a head to eat here. This
$200 a head. They scamming. Damn, they scamming. I need to work.
money
for
is
them.
peanuts for Billy ever since that magic day when Lady Luck smiled on him. That day when, with his workmate, he discovered that his lottery ticket was worth $9 million.
And I looked, and I looked again, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't even speak.
That's great.
So all I did was, I went like this, you know, to motion to Denise. She said, what? And she started screaming.
I bet.
And I realized that my life was changing forever.
Since that moment, Billy only goes to the very best restaurants, like this one.
Shit.
It's one of the must-go-to.
Shit, me, boy. I ain't gonna say, like, I ain't going to the best restaurants, but we ain't eating bullshit. We probably still grocery shop. We doing normal shit, bro. We not doing this. This is weak.
Places in Jacksonville.
Candlelight dinners.
How's everybody's steak?
So good.
It's fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic.
We love it.
Fine foods, a world he hardly knew existed just a few months ago.
I absolutely have grown accustomed to the higher end restaurant experience.
And bro look batshit crazy, boy. Like, he run out of money, he gonna kill something.
I love it, and it's very difficult for me to go to any other kind of restaurant now. And it's okay because, you know what, I can afford it.
But aren't these new habits likely to go to Billy's
Got
head?
rollie on the wrist.
In the USA, there are plenty of stories about winners for whom it all goes wrong. Linda is worried for her son.
She got a gobble neck head
Be very careful. I don't want you to be telling everybody that you won the
Hey, yo!
Time out.
Bruh.
lotto.
He look like, bitch, we is on camera. He done told the whole fucking world. I'm part of the whole world. I ain't supposed to know this nigga won the lottery. What the fuck? Y'all, it's a little bit too late, ma'am. A little bit too late.
You keep it very private, and you make sure you secure the money that you have.
Thank you so much.
Sir.
All right.
Thank you.
In the space of 2 hours, Billy has spent over $1,000. But will he follow his mother's advice and keep a cool head with all...
I mean, that was mom's dinner. That's light change, but he really wanted the lesser. He 9 M's. He really got to pocket watch his check.
Millions? A 5-hour flight from Florida will take us to South Dakota. The state where we find the legendary Mount Rushmore.
Oh, you know he ain't got no motion.
This is Sturgis, world capital of bikers.
That makes sense. Hold on, what the fuck we got going
Sturgis,
on here?
world capital of bikers.
We got biker boobs going on. We gotta see who this millionaire is. And we
We're at the
kind of
great
have a
annual
feeling.
gathering of American motorcyclists. 800,000 enthusiasts have come together for a 10-day festival.
No cheeks.
Among them is Dennis Sanfilippo.
Yeah, my boy Dennis.
Pay no attention to his rocker's appearance. The man is a multimillionaire.
Okay.
A former construction worker, he pocketed $30 million at the lottery 24 years ago. And his winnings bought him freedom.
Sheesh.
In the street...
Sometimes, man, that's all you need in the US of A, bruh. Good old freedom.
Sturgis, Dennis is in biker's heaven, surrounded by big motorcycles and pretty girls.
Oh, shit.
This is what Sturgis is all about, right here. All the beautiful women.
They ain't the prettiest little mama they goddamn they'll do. I feel you, Dennis. You feel what I'm saying? Goddamn $50 a piece. Get you what you want. Having your way. He got some shit on the lip. That got some shit on his lip. What the whole, whoa, what we got going on here?
I'm a very happy man. I'm a happy rich man.
Have you ever seen this?
They putting titties on everything. Yeah, look. Look at that. My boy goddamn be with the huzz. He already know. Look, the situation not awkward. Look at that. He making the titties jump. It ain't nowhere awkward. He do this.
Dennis really is a surprising winner. To find out where he stays during the festival, you needn't look in a luxury hotel. Come here instead to the town's campsite.
Okay.
Dennis lives in a mobile
Redneck
home,
shit.
a bit of a contrast to his bank account.
As you can see, I'm a bachelor. Place is a mess, but I'm having a great time. Here's my sink. I got my stove to cook on. I got a refrigerator.
Mosquito spray.
Not much in it, but I don't take much.
Pepsis.
And this is
Shout
where
out to
I sleep, and it's pretty comfortable, although it's in a mess, not made as usual. But I really
That boy just got done thrashing some shit earlier.
love waking up in the morning, and the first thing I see is my bike sitting right there.
A collector's item worth $60,000. It's a little detail that makes Dennis a biker with a difference.
Don't have a girlfriend that's sleeping with me. I sleep with my bike, you know. But it's just great. It's all I need.
A bohemian life. Not quite. Even on vacation, this rebel never forgets to
some
check
plain
in
shit
with
on
his
the
financial advisor twice a day.
Ooh, see? My boy got a financial advisor. Boy, see, Dennis, you think you dummy? He probably one of the smartest ones. A lot of millionaires need to take notes from my boy.
Hey, Bob, how's things going today? We up or down?
We up or we down?
Dennis has invested $1 million in the stock market.
Salute. Big salute, nigga.
Really?
Put an M up right away.
How about oil? What's oil doing?
Fuck it.
Oil is up 88 cents, worth 44.37.
Okay, well, look, I'll talk to you at closing.
Business man.
Talk to you later.
Yep. My job's done for the day.
Yeah, every morning.
Every morning.
It's kind of
Clock
fun, you
in,
know.
clock out.
You know, I won the lottery. I'm not really a gambler, but playing the stock market is fun.
You gotta take notes.
Hey,
from
guys,
my
who
boy.
wants coffee?
I'll take some, man.
Investing.
Oh, no, I got a Red Bull, thank you.
Friends. Genuine
Dennis is a
people.
bon vivant and shares his site with his best friends. One of them is Big J,
Look at
a
that,
hefty
Big J.
guy who has everything a biker.
Big J will ride for Dennis. You see these rings on his finger? You think he a gentle giant, and he probably is the Dennis. He will kill for that man.
want.
And I did my support. And yeah, I just wear it for looks.
Rings and tattoos as well.
Both sides.
Okay, bike life.
I mean, I was 18, I'm 55 now. Then I did this.
He
and Dennis have been friends for 7 years.
And this Pirates of the Caribbean.
Big J is an electrician from a working class background, but money doesn't come between him and the millionaire.
We got the electrician
He's down to earth. He's a real guy. You know, he's not snobby. I got money. You know, he's just a really nice guy. You know, and we all get along. I mean, he's a good dude.
Hey, thanks, Gary.
You're welcome. Yeah, there you go.
A rebel through and through, Dennis has barely changed his way of life. What he loves most? Biking with his buddies.
Yeah.
Except that now he's not satisfied with a ride through the town.
True white man American dream.
Today he's going to a professional racetrack.
Yeah.
This millionaire is
homie's been talking shit. Now we about to get them bikes on the man. This a real nigga right here, bud.
Advertised it.
Y'all
He's
been talking that
greeted by the
shit.
owner, an old
Alright,
friend.
line it up.
How you doing?
You ain't got no money like that. Fuck it.
The
Let's do it
boss
for
of the
free.
track is Rocky.
Do it for bragging
Here they
rights.
call him the fastest man on the planet. He's won dozens of races in the States. Dennis has the privilege of challenging him.
Oh shit. So we challenging the real
Okay,
nigga.
who's my first victim?
Don't spin out,
Dennis
young
versus
old man.
Rocky, the high-speed champ. A 200-meter straightaway completed in a few seconds. And it ends with another win for Rocky.
Hey, Rocky man. Hey.
Good job.
Man.
Good race. Good race.
All right, man.
Boy living his dreams.
Lottery money is to be enjoyed.
For
That's
real.
Dennis Sanfilippo's philosophy.
Biking in the mountains. Salute.
It's at
Oh, we
nightfall that the
taking the
millionaire
nightlife
really
now,
enjoys his
GTA
stay with the
style.
bikers.
We with the huzz.
Every evening he goes out on the town with his friends. And it's the dancing girls that provide the fuel for the night.
The huzz.
The festival's most beautiful girl bikers bump and grind to the rock and roll rhythms. Our rebel doesn't
She trying to shake that monkey, but it ain't shaking. Man.
the
You know what
moment,
I'm saying?
and he's happy to leave a tip.
Uh-oh. She coming home. Look at that little monkey.
Man, I give money away.
That little funky monkey.
Not bad.
She having a seizure in that motherfucker. Oh, this is crazy. Work it. Work that ecstasy off. Shake that cocaine, girl.
But it's all good.
It's all good. She's on a little meth. It's all
A
good.
multi-millionaire is happy as a kid.
Facts.
The lottery money could have sent him off the rails, but Dennis hasn't lost his
Big
soul.
brewski, big combos. It's chilling.
Dennis, Richard, and Mary,
I'm
Curtin
fucking
and
with
Billy,
Dennis.
their destinies were transformed by
chill
the
as
lottery. In the USA, the game is an institution. The first lotteries go back to the 19th century, a symbol of America where anything is possible. Nowadays, one American in two fills in his card each week. Here, the lottery
Damn, don't tell me when I'm old, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I see them old people on this shit.
everywhere, even at the roadside.
Speed for that motherfucker.
And the biggest jackpot of all is
Damn.
the Powerball, the equivalent of our Euro Millions. Extra,
Paying
extra
the
large
government
size.
taxes.
Powerball's official headquarters in Florida is in
I'm catching on to the plot. They think they just feeding random Americans that they creating from the CIA. But the government, and that's the way the government goddamn getting their money in.
building. This evening, the
That's free
jackpot
money for the
stands at
government.
$127 million. A big prize for a big country.
Then you gonna spend some more shit. Guess what? They taxing that too. Bro, these niggas is cricket. Is goddamn zigzag, ain't it?
We were allowed to film behind the scenes of the televised drawing. An hour before the live show, the lottery team chooses the machines that will jumble up the balls. We're in a room where visitors
Oh,
are
don't tell me this
refused
bitch
access.
rigged.
Excuse me, sir. You can't come in this room.
She gonna put that file
And
in.
here's one of the selected machines. The team put 69
Skinny ass, boy, put the dick on you, shawty, quit playing.
balls in the machine.
Without the glove, there'd be oils on my hands, and they would change the way
Tampering.
it rotates.
The operation is closely supervised. Two Florida
Ooh, she
state
gonna put that
policemen
file on your
scrutinize the
ass.
slightest movements. Not to mention the 9 video cameras that film all the preparations.
I could see that here that no balls are being removed.
No walls are being
Grandma, how
tampered
much you get
with.
paid to do that?
I can see all that from here.
I need that lick.
30 minutes before the show
Happy
goes
nigga.
out,
You know
Sam
you
Arlen, the
depressed.
presenter, comes on the set. There will be millions of viewers in front of their TV
Powder in
screens.
his face.
Everyone
He about to powder his nose too. That's why he's so happy.
across the country who has their tickets in their hand and who are, watching and hoping that they could
about to
be
come out off
our
the sniffles.
next big winner. So
Looking for the sniff
I'm
right now.
excited.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I get to give away hundreds of millions of dollars.
Go ahead, hit it.
Ironically, Powerball and its millions haven't thought of
This
paying
nigga,
for a
boy,
makeup
big
girl for
diva
Sam
out here.
Arlen.
Let me do my shadows.
Across the country, it's America's favorite jackpot
Oh, yeah, he off the
game.
sniff.
This is Powerball.
And here are the long-awaited numbers. But this evening, no player has picked them. So the jackpot will go up to $140 million. A large part of America will be holding its breath until the next drawing.
Shit, crazy.
Now we're off to California, 2 hours drive from Los
California,
Angeles.
aight. Crack.
We're in
Crack.
Tehachapi, in a poor farming
cracking,
region
cracking.
in the Mojave Desert.
Damn, it look hot as look out that bitch, boy.
Terry and Devin live here.
We got some
When they were
millions.
young, they won $4 million in the lottery.
Damn.
But today, they have nothing left.
It be like that, Sharvin. What we doing? Are we
So
hustling?
we have a choice between the $2.15 or $1.75.
Damn, that's what we doing now?
$1.75.
$1.75. Let's go with the cheaper one.
Money
These
got them
one-time
ass
millionaires
fucked
now
up.
have to follow a very tight budget when they go shopping.
Yeah, let's get some canned chicken.
$2 a can?
It look like she the one who fucked the money up.
Or do you want to go with $1.60?
She ain't
They're
got
small.
bags in her
Look how
eyes.
tiny they are.
What you been doing, homie?
You be careful, David.
Yeah.
When you buy something, you look at the price.
I do, always.
They mustn't go over
I think he fucked the money up. That's why she on that strict shit. She monitoring his ass like a goddamn little son.
$100. They buy mainly canned foods, milk, and some fruit. But have they gone over their limit?
What was the total again?
Total was $62.01.
What? I did pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Food for a week, we can manage.
Yep.
The day's moment of satisfaction
Making my
for
head.
Terry and Devin. Even though today they've got back to a more acceptable standard of living, their mishap changed their attitude to money forever.
4 million
Because
ain't a
Terry
lot,
went
though.
through hell. He lost all the $4 million that he won when he was 18.
Damn.
He works now as a maintenance technician and has bought this modest house where he's managed to put his life back together.
Salute.
Along with his wife and 3 children.
Salute.
Hey guys,
at
look what
4.
Grandma
4
brought.
million
It's an
and
album
18
from
ain't,
when
you
I
know what
won
I'm
the
saying?
lottery.
That's decent.
Have you guys seen this?
It was 22 years ago. Terry walked away with $4 million. At 18, he was the youngest ever to win the lottery in the USA.
Oh, look at this. I made the cover. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. How many of you have ever made the cover of a magazine? So, yeah, they took me to Hollywood, had me drive down to Hollywood for this photo shoot and interview. This one that made Mom jealous. Just two girls that they brought in. And yeah, this one.
Terry was then at the height of his fame. But a few pages further on, there's an article that foreshadows the end of his story.
Terry Dill, the youngest lottery millionaire. Did he blow it?
A foreboding headline. Still a student
Daughter
with his
looked like,
jackpot
"Hell
in
yeah,
his
he blew that
pocket,
shit."
Terry was left entirely to his own devices by the lottery. In the USA, unlike in France, lottery winners receive
Terry probably chasing that dragon like a motherfucker. He trying to hit that bitch again, boy.
financial advice to help them manage their fortune.
Winning the lottery at 18 years old, I don't think anybody can be prepared for that.
That boy got a NBA contract.
I think you should get more grounded in a future before that happens to you.
Young
And
nigga
find out
tired,
what you
ain't it?
really want and find out who you really are before
Mama
you're given
tired, too.
that much money.
At the time, Terry tried his hand in business.
But to keep it real, if they take it half, they only got $2 million. California is expensive, so shit. Only thing he probably could do is get him a little truck and a house to keep it real.
As a small-time speculator, but his investments always turned out to be worthless. In less than 7 years, his whole stash of money had gone up in smoke.
Damn.
We were naive, you know, ambitious and excited. You know, we were ready to cook.
Should have invested into that motherfucking marijuana, boy. You stay in California, shit. Should have turned it into the motherfucking El Chapo.
World. So we put our ambitions a little bit too far.
This is the investment that ruined Terry. A hotel he had built 7 years after he hit the jackpot.
Shall we go inside and see what it looks like?
Who the fuck gonna go to this bitch, boy? That bitch look haunted. In the middle of nowhere, gang.
Today, Terry is just a visitor. And yet it was he who financed the building of the hotel. A charming place with a swimming pool and about 100 rooms.
That boy got finessed.
His mistake was to build it on land whose property rights were the problem.
What?
As soon as the hotel was completed, the registered holder immediately turned Terry out.
I wish I was still a part of it, but that's life. That's the breaks we are given to us through life, and we just...
You better burn that bitch down. Ain't no that's life, boy. You better get some get back. Fuck you talking about?
Move on. Learn from it. Move on.
Shout out to you, though.
After losing the hotel in the early 2000s, Terry had to find work to make a living. He was forced to live here in a trailer and to go to work every day in a factory.
If it wouldn't have been, I would have had to lock in with the CEO of that motherfucker, boy. Whoever turned me down, boy, what's going on? I need at least goddamn 10%, 5%, something. Give me some.
For 5 years, I lived in this trailer during the week, 5 days. And when I got the opportunity to come home to my family on the weekends...
Terry was a factory worker all week long, away from his family.
Damn. Wife was holding it down, hopefully.
Here's the inside of the trailer. The kitchen. Didn't use the stove a whole lot. Again, to save money, I would eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay.
5 years of eating peanut butter, jelly sandwiches, and microwave meals.
Damn.
Terry hit rock bottom. The former millionaire could only fear the worst.
So losing the money was very, very tough for me. It was really hard to go on. To look my family in the eye knowing that I'd let him down.
It ain't that deep,
So there
my boy.
was a lot of guilt. And I think the guilt is really why I thought so seriously about ending my life.
Somebody tell this nigga it ain't that serious, bruh. This nigga ain't want to work so bad he was gonna kill himself. Bruh, all you gotta do is go to work. What the fuck?
This
Like the
family
rest of
man's
our
story is no isolated case. In the USA, one winner in two loses everything in the first 5 years. Back in the sunshine of Florida with Billy and Curtin, the $9 million winners.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Every morning, this new winner indulges in his great passion, bodybuilding.
What is we working out for, gang?
Hey, yo!
This nigga working out to get hit with a No, he ain't even like that, boy.
Curtin exercises for an hour every morning. And in a year, his build has remarkably improved.
Content creator.
I want to show you these big guns that I got. Thanks to the lottery and having a lot of money and being able to eat a lot. It's made me real strong. Yeah.
Looking after those muscles costs him $3,000 a month in vitamins, proteins, and food supplements. Curtin has even given up his job as a phone salesman to devote himself to his body.
This nigga doing all this lifting weight to sell motherfucking phones? Boy, what?
Bruh. It's time to go to the gym pretty much every day. And I can stay a long time, as long as I want. 40. Hey, Billy, why don't you come over here and let me show you a few exercises?
And now Billy has also taken up pumping iron. Curtin is standing in as his personal coach.
Why they lying, boy? That boy built like a 9-month-old pregnant lady.
Just start off doing some reps, high reps, as close to where you're lined up with your head.
That nigga face is just funny
Your
looking.
chest. There you go. So let's do some.
The cult of the body has no limits for Billy.
Call that man
As well as
same
his muscle
expression.
building sessions, he has had his teeth done and had Botox injected into his eyelids.
What?
He has no intention of stopping there.
That's why he looked like that.
I'm getting ready to have my stomach contoured and liposuction, and then I will have this done
That boy think he a Barbie.
because this is hereditary in my family.
Oh yeah,
and it
your
will
mama got that bit bad. For sure, for sure. But honestly, nigga, what the fuck? If everybody got it, boy, embrace that shit. What the fuck?
never go away.
2 operations that will cost him the trifling sum of $16,000. But with his new...
He gotta let that shit rock, bro. It is what it is. That boy got about 5 necks, but it is what it is, bro.
wealth, he sees this transformation as an investment.
All right, give me a minute. Americans especially look at that as a level of success when you have your appearance right and sharp.
What this winning couple want
Them boys think they in The Sims.
to do is shine in society. And to succeed, they are ready to pay what it takes.
They playing a damn Tony Story GTA goddamn mission.
I feel like spending some money today.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a rare
Let's
occasion.
go fuck up a check.
No. Anyway.
Spending money on yourself or spending money on me?
We'll
He try to sneak that in there. That nigga, oh, he hit him with the we'll see. I already know. Nigga trying to spend money on him. Fuck you talk about, nigga.
That works.
The lottery money is Billy's. But for
Damn.
his partner, he's prepared to go wild. Today, he's taking Curtin to the luxury boutique of one of the great French designers, one of the most chic in Jacksonville.
Nigga just freeloading. He probably ain't even really gay for real, bruh. Shit crazy.
Can't wait. Bags today.
Curtin is going to this boutique for the first time. It's a sort of social revenge.
What about a bag like this for the trip?
For what trip?
For the cruise.
I like that.
Okay, so I think I'm good with this.
Half an hour later, and after spending $2,200, the two men come out of the boutique smiling.
With nothing.
So I now have a man bag. Never had one before, but I figured if I'm going to get one, it might as well be from there.
Okay, gay Barbie man.
And with his new glasses, Curtin sees himself as a pop star.
That's a good look.
This nigga think he Usher.
I actually bought these sunshades. I thought they were really cool because they kind of give you like a Kanye West, kind of really cool, trendy, modern, and young look.
Like a who, nigga?
At 36, Curtin is at last living his fairy tale.
Fucking dickhead.
But how do you keep your feet on the ground with this new lifestyle? This young man seems to have a problem setting his limits.
Today is a great day
This outfit is weak as shit, boy.
for buying a new car, an expensive new car.
And this is the model he
They
fancies
looking
today.
at Chryslers? Or Lincolns?
I like this wood grain here. I love that it's got a light color on the inside.
But it was Billy who won the lottery.
40s.
Curtin puts pressure on Billy to buy him this model at $40,000. But the two men are not on the same wavelength.
I'm not financing it. We're not going to finance. You get what you can for that Silverado, then we'll talk about it. And then I'll take
With Billy's money, Curtin has already changed his car 5 times in barely a year.
Okay.
I am not happy with this car because Curtin has a habit of not taking care of his vehicle.
It looks like it.
And this is a very expensive piece of machinery.
Nah, for real.
But Curtin doesn't want to give up his toy. After some negotiation, Billy agrees to contribute $10,000. To pay the rest, Curtin will have to sell his present car.
This is definitely the car that I want. You got a deal.
That shit weak.
Giving in to his boyfriend's whims has become a habit for Billy. Since
here we
winning the
go.
lottery, he has already given him nearly $350,000.
Hey, yo!
But how can they avoid letting money poison their relationship? Curtin is determined to reassure his partner as
Hey boy living in a book. Broke bad mountain,
his intentions.
We have to talk about your big car purchase. Don't worry, because I know you were looking at the car and you were wondering.
Nigga walked in by the beach to charge him up. Look, he ain't trying to hear that shit. He listening, but he ain't hearing it.
Would I think of you differently if you didn't buy the car or today? Sometimes, you know, is the money the only reason why I'm with you? And I just want you to know it's not for me. I would love you if you didn't have any money at all.
No, bro, you freeloading.
Can lottery money pervert the soul and the feelings of the winners? That's the prevalent idea in certain regions of the U.S.
You just chilling at the crib?
We're now going to Alabama, 800 kilometers from the Florida beaches.
Birmingham, South.
A region where lottery players are not welcome. It's one of the 6 states that doesn't have a lottery.
But ain't been no name.
Gambling is banned by law in the name of Christian values. Alabama is one of the most conservative states in America.
Oh, whoa.
Here, the church dictates local politics.
That's crazy.
This is Joseph Godfrey's home. He's a former Protestant minister who's leading the fight against gaming for money.
Shit crazy.
He justifies his call for banning the lottery by leaning on a rigorous interpretation of the Bible.
Niggas always gonna still find a way to do that shit, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
In Isaiah 65, verse 11, God is condemning the people who furnish a drink offering for many, which is the god of fortune or luck. And so the lottery is a false god. It's an idol. And so...
I preach to your mama. Blah, blah, blah.
You're going to pay for that decision.
Hey, yo!
We will not gamble.
Did Godfrey
in the name of Jesus Christ
get through? He makes sure as the worshipers exit.
God, please forgive me, bruh. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you for the message I put.
Don't gamble, but we need your tithes and offering. Oh, he got that big old biddies out. Damn, what the hell happened? All right, there we go.
My gambling money into my grandchildren and into their education.
Amen. That's the way to do it.
Damn, Grandpa, shout out to you, folks. Goddamn, you might not be out there. Go ahead, salute. Shout out to God.
In the next few months, Joseph Godfrey will continue going from church to preach the word.
Where the black people at, man?
He's good and ready should the state decide to organize a referendum.
Okay, I see sister woman in the back.
In Alabama, despite the ban, some people have found a way around it. This is Chris. He goes to the neighboring state to play. Before he even bets a cent, this car salesman has to spend $8 on fuel.
We got to pay to play. You know.
What? That boy on a tight budget, and the nigga said $8. What car? What? Where we getting with that?
It'd be a lot easier if it was here local.
That 1 gallon of gas.
Chris earns $4,000 a month. Once a week, he spends $50.
Prius, it makes sense.
In Florida, a neighboring state where the lottery is legal.
You know, it's 60, 70 miles round trip.
Prius, it makes
You know, that's an hour and a half out of your time. And
boy, your beard nasty. You look like you shaved that motherfucker yourself. Boy, you thought I wasn't gonna notice.
depending on what the lines are at the lottery stations, I mean, you could be there another 30, 45 minutes.
After a 30-minute drive.
Call the hotline. He need the hotline. Bling the gambling line. Boy, you driving to another state to gamble? Get the fuck. Oh.
Chris finally crosses the border.
Finally? What the fuck do you mean finally?
This is his favorite stop. It's the nearest place to Alabama where he can buy tickets.
Lotto discount liquors.
In the car park, a DJ cranks up the atmosphere to attract customers.
Take a chance on the lottery today.
If you ain't winning no money, it's because you ain't spending no money. Believe that.
And spending his dollars is just what Chris intends to do. He's a player typical.
That boy, watch he lock his car. He locking his car. Lock, lock, lock. That boy in the hood.
America that believes that everything is possible.
Lock that car like a motherfucker.
What attracts him today is the enormous jackpots.
15 million, 110 million, 69 million. I'm gonna play all three of them. Feeling excited, feeling like a new life's about to begin.
The three main games here are
All
Mega
that shit to
Millions,
do is
the
lose and
Florida
turn around
Lottery,
and do it
and the
again
famous Powerball. The principle is always the same. You have to tick some numbers. When he fills in his cards, Chris has his magic numbers.
You always play those numbers, no matter what, you know. But if you come in here one week and you don't play those numbers, guess what? That'd be the week it hits. Let's try our luck.
That boy got FOMO. If you don't know, that's the fear of missing out, boy. Take a week off, boy. It might help you. Cause right now, boy, y'all ass goddamn that shit like there with the transaction there. That's the drug. That's the euphoria.
Today he's bet $20 and all his hopes on his card.
$8 in gas, $20 in gambling. Boy, crazy as hell.
Now, if we win the big lottery, we'll take care of all the family.
This
Buy everybody
America.
new cars and new homes.
There's little chance that Chris will get his money back.
Look at that, them boys scratching away, boy.
The money is not lost
Nick
for
Saban
everybody.
looking at nigga scratching.
In the
What
USA,
fuck
the law
Nick Saban doing? Go, we done coaching Alabama, boy. Your ass scratching lotto tickets.
belong to the states. And thanks to the godsend that the lottery provides, Florida can finance educational programs.
Some boy about to scratch a hole in the motherfucking paper.
Last year, it paid $1.5 billion. Chris dreams of a similar scenario in Alabama.
It would be something fantastic for us to see, not only from an economic standpoint, but from a kid's standpoint, providing them with possibly the best education they get in the public school system. So until then, we'll keep coming to Florida and playing this one, and hopefully soon in Alabama, we'll have our own.
It's thought that every year $300 million pours out of Alabama into the neighboring states. A colossal loss of revenue for this small state.
Shit, wicked.
Back now to Long Island and Richard and Mary, the $165 million winners.
West Side.
For 7 years, the couple have lived like royalty in their gigantic mansion.
In my Corvette.
In the kitchen, Omar is preparing the Sunday brunch. He's the family's personal chef. He's the only one who cooked.
That boy getting paid good to do nothing.
Here.
Air frying like a bitch.
You got the fruit?
Fruit
You got the
is cut up.
Okay.
Melon,
Okay.
papayas.
Okay.
And then I have the tabbouleh as well.
Okay.
That's gonna be an extra 5,000. What the fuck is you talking about?
And the vegan pancakes?
Yep.
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Yep.
Good job.
All right, thank
So,
you.
Mary, now since you win the lottery, you never cook?
No. No, I never cook. I don't cook. No, I don't.
You failed the mission.
Why?
Because I hate it.
At the Morrisons, Richard never cooks either.
Salute for honesty.
He has better things to do while waiting for the meals to be served.
What?
So let me show you one of my favorite activities in the house, indoor golf. You can play anytime, rain or shine. A lot of fun.
A little toy that sent him back a mere
Folks need to be out there real golfing or something, bro. You breathing hard as shit, folks. You bad built, nigga. Get in that gym, nigga. Do some real fucking sports. Nigga playing virtual golf.
$50,000.
Uh-oh, hit some trees. You want to call it feel like a kid? Yeah, it can feel like that, and just to be able to have.
Who coaches this? This somebody coach that kids probably take serious. This man at home playing virtual golf.
The ability to enjoy your life on these levels is amazing. So now we're trying to make the putt.
This is wild.
Yes!
Today, Mary has invited two of her daughters and her grandson to lunch. And there's no need to entertain with great ceremony. In her house, the everyday cutlery is all silver.
The whole set was a couple thousand. I
What's
don't
the
remember.
point?
I shop so much. To be honest, I really do.
Before they sit down to eat, they just have to choose the aperitif. Mary keeps her finest bottles in this cellar that she had built in the middle of her sitting room. Inside, there are 300 exceptional vintage wines.
I love the good wine, but I really like the great champagne. That's my favorite, is the champagne. Come on, where you going? I'm gonna have some champagne. Come on, come.
The price of this
Shorty
bottle,
alcoholic.
$200. An unexceptional expense for these two former social workers.
I bet the daughter don't work. Look at her. She goddamn hit the drugs. She be hitting the soft.
Now in their 60s, they can experience the pleasure of spending without counting. A very soothing pleasure for Richard.
A lot of the pressures that everyday people feel because of money stress is gone. It's just gone. And it's It's surreal. It's not even
You got a
believable even when
forest in the
you're going
background.
through it.
It's ready, guys.
Time
My
to
boy,
eat.
salute. My boy got out of bed, turned into a cook, boy. Getting paid good to cook nothing.
The chef has prepared a dozen dishes for just 4 guests.
Easy work.
You are the master of all. They are so good, Mom.
Easy work.
Bacon,
How are we going to eat all this? Carefully and slowly.
salad.
Thank you.
But all this opulence hasn't become
Little man, mind blow. He said, I don't give a fuck about food. That's crazy.
Mick's philosophy. She's never forgotten where she comes from and is determined that her grandson, Dylan, won't become a hostage to this fortune.
Don't depend on that money because then you won't be who Dylan can be. So what you said before, like having a career, is wonderful.
Awkward.
And whatever comes your way through the inheritance will make your life even better.
Damn.
You got that? Yeah. So you got
My
it.
boy set.
Despite the wealth, Mary wants to pass on to her nearest and dearest the values that mean so much to her.
Salute.
Those of family, hard work, and generosity.
They can't wait for her to go out. Look at this.
Because the Morrisons are also philanthropic millionaires. 100 kilometers from their mansion, our winners have an appointment in a riding school. They are the sponsors of an association that helps children suffering from developmental psychomotor retardation.
Huh?
This is Julie, the director of the center.
What the fuck is that?
Today, Richard and Mary are going to present her with a very fat check.
So Julie, you guys are doing such an excellent job. So we're going to give you $25,000 for this year coming up. Thank you so much.
Salute.
Thank you. That's okay.
No, salute.
Since they won the lottery, the couple have financed a dozen different associations.
And then if they
The Morrisons lead a new life of benefactor millionaires.
We are a much better race by helping than sitting back and being selfish and saying we're not going to help. So that's the kind of people we are. That's what's important to us. That's what touches our life. To be able to help, and thank God we can and we do.
As long as he got his motherfucking mini golf, bruh. Salute.
Thanks to the Morrisons' money, the center has now been able to buy this horse.
Okay.
Show everybody how to make a right turn. Can you pull that right hand? Good right turn. We're going to make...
By riding the horse, the children learn to carry out simple movements.
Pull that left hand. Good left turn. Left.
Michael suffers from behavioral problems. His mother, Susan, is astonished by the progress her son has made.
ADHD. The first day he got on the horse, he never wore another diaper.
Really?
Never. It just did something to his confidence or what. Now he follows directions and he's putting all his words together and he's, processing.
Good job. Yes.
Fantastic. It's made a huge difference. Huge
Give me
difference.
5.
What is old Santa Claus looking like? Is this Santa
Say
Claus?
thank you to Mrs. Morrison.
Nigga, like, damn, why Santa Claus here?
Bye. Do I
Say
get a
goodbye.
hug?
Give a nice big hug. Oh,
From their lottery jackpot, the Morrisons have already given away over $5 million.
Damn.
A
They
couple
got it
like
like
many
that.
others blessed
They
with
had
great
about
fortunes,
80.
whose donations denote that they belong to
They
the
only spent
American
about
elite.
9. That's decent.
On the other side of the U.S.,
That's in
we're
New
back
York,
in
too.
California.
Damn, they other man. Expensive ass states.
We're in Cooperopolis, 2 hours drive from San Francisco. Dennis Sanfilippo, the former construction worker who became a millionaire,
My boy
lives
Dennis. What a huzz.
here. With his $30 million fortune,
We on a
this
boat with
rebel
it.
settled down beside this lake. It's a nice area, much sought after by the region's wealthy.
Okay.
Look at all these beautiful homes here on the lake. They're
We
all
trying to
$1
get
million
you on.
homes. And
That
to
boy
be
got
able to
pork
live
chops on
next
the
door
side
to
of his
this
face
kind
for
of thing
sure.
is incredible. I
that
would have
shit
never
lit.
thought in my lifetime that I would end up living in a place like this.
He on a boat with it.
Dennis has been living his dream here for over 20 years.
Okay.
This copper-colored home is my home that I bought from winning the California lottery. I
Yeah.
love living here. It's a beautiful house
That
to
boy
me.
got some
It's
stairs
not the
to
most
climb.
fanciest house on the lake, but
It ain't gotta
it works
be.
for me.
Facts.
Dennis bought it for $1 million, a good price at the time.
Hell yeah. He for sure could get that bitch off. So if he just want to sell it and move on, he could goddamn get that bitch off.
This
It's
is my
definitely
home.
increased in this time.
Come in and check it out.
Inside, the house is quite simple and suits the...
My boy living like how he was living in a trailer. He do not care. Real bachelor shit. Why is the orange juice not in
Apart
the
from
fridge?
one detail. Dennis's very personal museum betrays his very surprising tastes.
Ooh, my
This
boy
is
Muhammad
a
Ali.
trunk, boxing
I
trunks
see,
of
it's clean.
Muhammad Ali.
An
boy got
item
some
that he
shit.
bought for $10,000.
Over here is a signed
That shit probably increased in
picture of
value
Prince
too.
Di and Elton John.
Damn.
And here is his main exhibit.
And this is the famous Rat Pack signatures of Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and
In 20 years, Dennis has spent $400,000 on works of art and decorative items.
I bet that shit gonna make more money though.
But he doesn't keep his greatest treasures in his lounge. To find them, you have to go to the garage.
Oh wow.
this is a 1992 Dodge Viper. They only made 151 of them.
Yes, Lord,
I got
that bitch
number
fire.
2, and Arnold Schwarzenegger got number 1.
Damn. That's that
Dennis
shit.
treated himself to this racing car for $200,000.
That's a deal.
The rebel loves being at the wheel of his favorite toy.
Sheesh.
I keep forgetting this is a 25-mile zone.
Yeah, don't get pulled over.
This car can go up to 300 kilometers an hour.
What the fuck is that?
It's one of the fastest production cars in the world.
Viper.
I've got pulled over. It's hard to drive the speed limit in this car.
Oh, bro.
Police officers tell me that the car looks like it's going 60 miles an hour parked. The color I call this car is Arrest Me Red.
Hell no.
Dennis has a whole collection of status
That boy
cars like
he
this
wrecked
one.
that motherfucker, ain't it?
He has them all parked on one of his ranches. And here it is. The lake, the hill, and the herd of cows are
This
all
boy
his.
is a smart man. This is how
His
you
estate
spend money.
stretches for over 120 hectares.
Check
It's
on
his
his
little
little
bit
animals.
of paradise, a rural spot.
Facts.
Out of sight, this is where Dennis hides his most beautiful treasures.
Yeah, this is where I keep all my toys at.
Jeez, that boy got
Welcome
the,
to
the
his little museum.
Twin Vipers.
Here he keeps all his rare cars,
Wow.
like this one that dates from the beginning of World War II.
Wow.
Yes, a really rare car. There's only 20 of these in existence.
Wow.
But it's a 1940 Mercury convertible.
The model is quite out of the ordinary. Dennis is a fan of the unusual.
Rare. It's a boat car. Have you ever heard of that before?
Hell yeah.
It goes in the water as a boat. They made them in like the early 60s.
Hell yeah.
I think this is a 1963. But the motor's back here. It's got propellers underneath of it.
Shit is
But
crazy.
being the good multimillionaire that he is, Dennis couldn't resist buying himself the car worthy of a lottery winner.
This right here
Bentley, Rolls
is
Royce.
a 1969 Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce.
The reason why I wanted a 69
That whole fire. I ain't eating gonna lie.
Rolls Royce
That's that
is
shit right
that's
there.
when I graduated high school in 1969.
Damn, you old motherfucker.
I named this Lotto Luck because if it wasn't for the lotto, I would have never had a car like this.
Dennis indulges the taste for luxury in his own way.
That boy got them
Even
bitches
when he
put
spends
up
his
like on
money,
a
he
Grand
likes to
Theft Auto
stand out.
mission.
Most of these people that win the lottery will go out and buy a
Now what them fire looking like? What them sticks looking like? Boy, I know you got them.
brand new Ferrari or something and pay 250,
No, that Rolls Royce. That
300,000
shit.
for
Only
it.
hire you a
And
driver.
when they walk out the floor room, they just lost $100 grand.
Oh,
Those
bro.
kind of cars don't usually appreciate in value, but older cars seem to appreciate and hold their
That man
values
know his
better.
research.
This biker millionaire is smart. In 20 years, Dennis the Rebel has always used his money wisely.
Damn, he had that. She still holding
Rich
on.
but nobody's fool, today he enjoys his offbeat life thanks to his lottery money. As if he'd never been hostage to his wealth. Far from it.
Winning the lottery gave me a lot of free.
Sheesh, man. What would you do if you hit the lotto? Man, that is the video, man. Sorry it was a long one. I appreciate you if you watched all of this motherfucker for sure with me and let me commentate. You feel what I'm saying? I know it's hard sometimes. But I appreciate you, brother. Love always. I am the Chill Life of Zoe. That is the video, man. Let me know what you do if you hit the lotto. Would you go out like Dennis? Because I'm rocking with Dennis. Or would you go out like the other ones, man? It's all right. We all human, man. We can't take the money with us when we go. Maybe we could pass it to another one. But we for sure can't take it when we go. But that is the video, man. It's late night. I'm probably supposed to be goddamn, I don't know, but shit. I'm gonna make another one. We gonna be grinding non-stop. I am the Chill Life of Zoe. I know I said that, but we gotta say it 2 times. And we gonna be back with another react on God. But that's that. We'll be back. See you then. See you later.